How's it going, y'all? Welcome to episode 19 of Infamous Second Son Going Evil. This episode, I am going to speed run getting the super, which is the episode, or not the episode, the part of the evil side of things that I am on. If you have not watched any of the previous episodes, this is not the 18th or 19th episode in being evil. I played good and then I went into bad a couple episodes ago, so I could just keep going with the same playlist, so to speak, the same episodes where you want to watch all the way through because I do talk about things all the way through and they all kind of lead into one another because of the conversations I'm having with you, the audience. The reason why I said how's it going is because of that same thing. If you do want to just respond, like say good or bad, I will respond if possible. Like at a certain point, if I do get very popular, I won't be able to, but yeah, I will try and respond to as many people as possible just to try and make your day a little bit better if possible, or just say hell yeah if you did something amazing because everything and anything could be amazing. Like, okay, for an example, Destiny, I do not believe Destiny 2 has god rolls because every single weapon has so many things that it can do. Saying one roll for that weapon is kind of stupid. Not the right wordage, but that general wordage is easy, so to speak. It's each weapon can do so many different things. Say a void weapon with repulsor brace and destabilize rounds. That weapon roll might not be the best for that, and there's so many weapons that have that specific role. And if you don't know, it's causing volatile, which is a void debuff when you kill an enemy near it, or kill an enemy with it. Every enemy around it gets volatile, which is a void debuff. Repulsor brace gives it or gives you a void overshield when killing a void or not a void, a void debuff
I'll
target.
have to get to the top of the needle.
It's a nice day. I'll just climb to the top.
That void debuff target gives you a void overshield, which you can build into with void and just do a whole lot of shit with, which is a instant survivability boost. And that, what you just heard was a can. Sorry about that. What was I gonna say? That general thing is why there's so many different roles that can be good if you want to build into it. Destiny 2 is not a game about high damage is best damage. You can do so many other things to be good at the game, to do other things in the game that all synergize and do all sorts of things depending on what you're wanting to do with your team. That's what's beautiful about Destiny, which you can really take advantage of if you have friends. I personally don't. But yeah, and I, okay, I have one friend now. I did talk about it in previous videos, and I'm sorry about doing this. I do want to speedrun this, but this is a good time to talk about this because it does flow very well. Uh, so that Chester, Bard, and all of them are no longer my friend. They, I don't want to get into it, but it was a lot of just bullshit. I didn't want to deal with, so I just blocked them. And because one of them did something, I just blocked all of them because they're all family. I don't want anything bad to. I don't. I don't want anything bad about it. I'm just tired of being treated the way that everyone seems to treat me. That's basically it. I don't want to get into it. Just I'm just wanting to take care of that. But I don't have any friends because of that. Technically, I have one friend that only plays Overwatch. That's it. Their name is Kirby, and or their name is not Kirby, but their Overwatch name is Kirby. If I ever play, if I ever actually, I had made a video with them. One of the previous Overwatch videos, I forget which one, but is playing with Kirby, and Kirby is an absolute badass in so many different ways when it comes to that game. They can tear anyone's ass apart with just about any weapon or any character in that game, and it is fucking crazy.
Hey, Reg. Hypothetical, theoretical, totally what if question here, but what would be the explanation for how I might be able to draw the power from some conduits, say, oh, I don't know, Hank, and not others, like one of these dupe troopers?
Oh my god, so you did try earlier.
Hey, I'm not looking for an I told you so here, Reg. I'm just looking for.
Shit, I'm speedrunning too fast.
I thought the dupes had those things locked down.
Will he continue? I'm assuming not. Okay. I don't remember word for word. I suck at word for word, and I take this as word for word. He basically was going to say because they're not a prime conduit. He was going to not fully delve deep into it, but he was going to skim what a prime conduit is. A prime conduit, or I think he was going to talk. He's going to go to somebody, talk about it a little bit more. I forget the exact wordage, but this is where people talk about prime conduit, and if it was there, I'm going to talk about it, and I am sorry. But prime conduits are the things, and okay, I'm going to talk about it. I'm sorry if you've already watched this or if you've already heard this, because I hopefully did not speedrun this on the good side of things, but I'm just making sure either way that you understand this. Prime conduits are a thing in Infamous 1, Infamous 2, Infamous Festival of Blood, Infamous Second Son. They are a thing all across the board, like the most common thing in all of Infamous. Even the power sets and all that are different, but different thing. And not in the way you might think when it comes to power set. I think I should actually explain the power set thing. In Infamous Second Son, things can be things that are not natural, where Infamous 1, Infamous 2, Infamous Festival of Blood all had to be natural. Even Festival of Blood, if you know what that is, and even if you don't, it is a vampire game where you are a vampire, basically. Or not even basically, you are literally a vampire, but the natural thing about that is death. It is the decay, it is the death, it is it is that entire cycle is what's natural, is what you're using, and that's what conduits can do. This game has video. I think I can just that alone. There's no natural thing about video. Death is a natural thing. Even fear, which is a BBE or not a BBEG. Actually, it is BBEG. A BBEG in Infamous 2, not the BBEG, just a BBEG of Infamous 2, and somebody you team up with and can possibly share powers with if you go bad, Nyx. They both are they are different in how they do it. One's a swamp witch that is like the only fictional character I've ever actually, like you said, damn about, because damn, if you know, you know, just damn. And I forget his name. That's why I just said BBEG, dude. He is Fear, but they both have the same power. One can turn into a big gnat monster, which is the guy, and the other one can do basically everything else, including BBEG Mans of Making Monsters. And I know that's a spoiler, but it is a old ass game that you have to spend a lot of money to be able to play on PS4, PS5, unless you have the game itself. So I don't expect y'all to buy it. So yeah, if you do buy it, the games are fucking amazing. I highly suggest playing them. They are on PS Plus Plus Plus, but yeah, they are to get that tier. It is pretty expensive, so understandable if you don't get it.
Well,
I didn't even.
hypothetically,
Cool thing to explain it.
it could be you can only drain powers from a conduit who has them naturally. A prime conduit, like Hank, or hopefully Augustine. The DUP guys got all their weaker powers from Augustine, so maybe they can't pass them on. Even to you.
So you're saying we have to keep going. Read you loud and clear.
Don't push it. And next time, don't lie to me, okay? Trust your brother a little more than that, will you?
The weird movement you saw was just very weird movement on the game's part. Like you saw that last go, how it was just boing 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 boing. That was the exact
Stuff's
same
looking good
inputs.
from the inside. Looking forward to taking this stuff down.
And I know how weird that sounds. I live with it every single day of my life. Racing games, it's the worst. I can't steer the way I want to, and I have looked at my hands and done the inputs, and it was still wrong. I don't get it. It's a thing I do, and I know there's going to be people if people do watch this, people are going to say bullshit. I'm not even going to try to explain it. I'm not going to try. I don't care if you believe me. Just it's a thing I do.
Nelson Rowe, you hung up on me before.
Sorry, Betty, but
Don't tell me this is a bad time.
actually at the moment I'm kind of climbing up the outside of the Space Needle.
Well, if you don't want to talk to me, say so.
Gonna have to call you back, Betty. Aren't you a sight for sore eyes? This is more like it. I'm on the observation deck.
Don't let your guard down.
Oh, well, onward and upward.
Keep going. You're almost to the top.
All right, time to gouge out the eye of the needle. And that must be what holds it all together. What the hell? Oh, I haven't seen you before. Fetch, man, they got a small army up here.
Good. You're in the right place.
Or that they really don't like other people playing with their stuff.
Come on, focus, Delson. Do you see any way to take down the communications?
Yeah, there's this anchor. Looks like it's holding all the antennas in place.
This game is so different because I can't do the bionic drain. Wait. Can I do the bionic drain? Not that. That. With the dash slam. Would that instant... Because it doesn't just... It just executing enemy. That's all you have to read from that. Executing enemy does it. It doesn't have to be a surrendering enemy. There's ways to do that same thing to execute the enemy. But I think the dash slam... Oh, it says takedown. I will only know when I get it. But I do know I can easily just... Oh, I can't easily... I don't have smoke! Oh! Oh, I'm not gonna die here, motherfucker! Bitch wreck! I was trying to drain a dash event. I am summoned. Finally! I'll take it! Oh! Hell yeah, full juice.
I don't think this is gonna cut it. Nothing bad ever came from getting new powers.
I beg to differ. There has to be one comic book character that a new power just absolutely Hey, hell, actually I think there is a version. I forget the exact conduit, or not conduit, exact mutant. Sorry, wrong word, but exact mutant. In the X-Men universe, I forget her exact name, but she's able to shed her skin into other things. One of the extra things she was able to shed her skin into, which was a submutation, and I saw this from a top 10 video, I believe. I believe it was a top 10. I don't know, but I think it was like top 10 sub mutations, something like that. but her sub mutation actually harmed her in so many different ways. It was just bad. So technically, no, but there is no bad power here.
Oh, this is going to be epic! Subtleties for losers. What a rush! Woohoo!
Am I just blind? Where? There's the guy.
I hope Reggie's got a good view of this.
And yeehaw, motherfucker.
Hello, Science Center District. I lost you. Do you read me? I'm getting nothing, sir. You? Nothing outside our immediate area.
Yeah, Reg. Let's go find us some prime conduits and get some new powers. We own the streets! Take it easy. A few streets in the immediate vicinity, right? The DUP still owns the other 98%. But we kicked them off the Space Needle, man! You knocked out their comm center, okay? They may be deaf, but they're not dumb. Taking the DUP completely out of Seattle is gonna take time. We just got here.
You know what they say? The journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single kick-ass tag.
Who says that?
The Chinese people.
I think last time I stuck with that because I could, or because that was like the best just base. I think this one I'm gonna go with because that's just you're gonna see Delson on the TV and he's just death. Like that is literally what the Banner Man is going to be for everyone. Once they put one and one together, that this new crazy fucking terrifying abomination of conduits, like from what you understand of conduits, like bioterrorists to them, they think they have one power. This thing has three. Or two, or one. Just this thing has so many different powers, so many different ways to just annihilate you. And in Evil, he does more annihilation than most bioterrorists. He is the definition of bioterrorist if you go bad, which is terrifying.
Hey, Reg. You see it from down there?
Are you kidding? People in Portland can see it. I just want to let the dupes know I'm here, man.
Who the hell is that? That's not one of the three who escaped.
It's cool. What's the symbol supposed to mean?
Shit. I should have let him talk.
Delson, I've been asking around about the escaped bioterrorist.
Do you think I maybe need like a PR guy?
What the hell are you talking about?
People here are starting to call me the Banner Man, which A is unbelievably lame.
Maybe not the best idea, you hanging around the Space Needle right now.
Well, I mean, why not Smoke-tastic Man or hell, just the Smoker?
Look, I'll keep trying to get a lead on the escaped bioterrorists. Why don't you see if you can disrupt other DUP operations around there until I get back to you?
That was awesome!
This shit is why I wanted to play Evil so much, going good, because it's just annihilation. And the best part is, you don't have to worry about people. They're just extra bonus points. Hell, it's actually encouraged to go on a killing spree of just random civilians because you get so much evil karma doing that. Oh, so close. Isn't there a vent? Yeah, hell. He is no longer up here. Well, shit. At least I can get a refund. Relatively speaking. That is... he screamed because he died, even though I literally didn't touch him. That is fucking crazy. Because you can get super so fast in this, I'm just gonna spam them. Going good, supers do take a little bit. Going bad, you can just fucking spam them. The only downside to evil supers is you have to get them fast. You cannot save the charge, go from mission to mission to mission, just keep going, getting the super up and up and up. This you have to get it all in one fell go. But civilians will keep the stack you're on all the way until you get to another person to kill. Now, if I remember correctly, they do have a chance to get you a higher tier. I do need juice, but just doing this will actually give me blast shards, which will give me juice. As I was talking about with the downside of this super, when you have it charged, it will stay charged. I press touchpad to go to the map. I'm gonna knock out that, then those cameras, then that, and then do that. Because, okay, I'm going to be doing the general thing of getting a good portion done, or getting a quest mission done, or main quest mission done, then doing a lot of side quest stuff, and if I have enough time after doing all that, doing another main mission. that is the cycle I'm going to try and do from now on when it comes to these. But there will be tangents here and there throughout the video that I hopefully will not just overtake the video. Or hopefully it will not just overtake the video when I just ramble.
Delsin, I may have a lead on one of the bioterrorists who escaped from the bus crash.
Fine, lay it on me.
I'm still at the station. Not a great place to talk. I'll meet you at 4th and Vickers.
Am I just blind, or is this the one building that does not have a vent? You know what? I don't need a vent.
Well, that hit the spot.
The reason why I'm going out of my way to do all of that is because that's free XP. If you did not know, the XP bar basically, and what I'm talking about is XP is, or what I'm classifying as XP, is right below the super bar or super thing, which is the flaming or flaming mouth skull up on the top left. That red bar down below is basically the XP bar. When that fills up all the way, it will, and you can actually see it very well right there, or right there, blah. It will actually level you up to the next level. The only reason why I missed that is because you can't keep looking up. Or at least I couldn't, because I did keep looking up, it just didn't let me. I say all these things. I really do want a input thing, whatever those things are, for an overlay, which is something I am really going to... I'm going to do so many extra things with my editing when I actually do get a PC. If I do actually... I'm going to say win, because I do hope it's going to be a win. I do need to figure out what to actually make a thing on if I do want to actually try and make like a Patreon, Kickstarter. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do that, or not even be able to. Yeah, be able to. A lot of things that are hindering a lot of things. None of it actually in my control, which is fucking bullshit.
Hi, you have reached the DUP helpline. Do you have a bioterrorist incident to report?
There's been a disturbance nearby, by a rather handsome bioterrorist. He decided to vandalize your billboard.
Please hold and stay where you are. We are sending DUP troops to neutralize the threat.
I am never gonna get tired of this.
I'm gonna see if there's one that actually fits this. Sorry about that voice crack. I think that's the best. Since this one is more for Power Trip and the difference in voice lines, so I am going to just try and make this as cool as possible. I fucking suck. Damn.
Oh, yes! Serious improvement!
Okay, the fact that he says improvement there, is it the same thing to him? Of this and the big rocket? Is that the same? If you did not notice, the 5 there was actually starting to blink. Once that goes, or it starts blinking like a Call of Duty Zombies power-up. Once it starts blinking a good bit, it will go away. Like that, and then boom. Oh, it does. Yeah, hell yeah. And that was a good show if it will actually give you a chance to increase your tier. Which I believe you need tier 9 to get your super. Well, I do not know how many kills that was. I will be able to do the math and stuff once I'm editing it, so you'll see it there. I do not want to get rid of the drugs. Getting rid of the drugs is the one thing that makes this good. There we go. Oh, there's more. Hell yeah. Oh shit, I'm out of juice. If you haven't noticed, my voice is not 100%. I'm not going to... when I have a series I want to make, or I have a series I am making, because there was a little bit in my YouTube career that I didn't have a series, before and after my first one. Oh, that was so close to making that a good. That I didn't have a series, and I didn't really have much to do, so I just kind of... I lost interest, I think is the best way to put it. With the series, it makes everything move a lot faster, a lot smoother, having something to do. I didn't want to make another I'm Sick So, which is the series, and if you haven't noticed my naming format, I have basically the series, and then the episode, if it does have an episode. The I'm Sick So series is meant to be just you boot it up and just watch it. There is like references to previous episodes, but it's not meant to be a... What if I don't want to? There is... there is references, but that's just how I talk to previous videos, just to make it very easy and just more information. Because my personal opinion, more information, the better. The better. Blah. Just making sure I did... Fuck up. Wait. And there's another camera there. Shit. How much time do we got? Hell yeah! I was expecting that to be a lot later in the video. Oh, fuck yeah. I will be able to go knock this out. You know what? Y'all want to be here? Fuck all of you. Oh, I love this version. You can actually look around. I wish you got to choose this shit. And little things like that, if I do ever get the chance to make an Infamous Second Son reboot, remake kind of thing, and I do talk about this in previous episodes, which is why I'm talking about, like, why I've talked about watching the previous episodes. You don't have to. It's not really needed, which is why I do cover a good bit every single time, but I do cover different bits every single time, so it's not the exact same thing. Which is why this time I'm going to cover it very briefly. The, Infamous Second Son, the remake, reboot, remaster kind of thing I'm wanting to do. I'm wanting to first make a reboot, remake, remaster of all of the Infamouses. That is just something I'm wanting to do, even Festival Blood, and make the entire thing flow so beautifully. Yeah, I said that right. I thought I said that wrong. Beautifully. So it can actually do a full story, which Infamous Second Son cannot even be in there no matter what I try and do, unless I completely get rid of video, but doing that is kind of wrong to the people that really like this game. I don't want to do that. I want to make the game, but better. I don't want to take away from it, I just want to make it better, because it's my childhood. Infamous 1 and 2 is my childhood. I played those games once and never stopped playing them. I love those games completely and utterly. Infamous 1 more so, but Infamous 2 I did okay, not talking about that. You can watch previous videos, you can hear about that. The Infamous Second Son would be a DC Universe Online type of thing. Look it up. It's actually a pretty interesting concept, but not executed in the best way. I personally don't like it as I'm a cup of tea, and I like Destiny. But, yeah, and I like Destiny because I have a very specific view on it, and I say that I see it in a very good light. Everyone else sees it in they can't do anything right kind of light, where I actually view everything in what you're actually getting, like the bundles of cosmetics are actually good priced, different things like that, but all of that. There are so many different things good about Destiny, and I'm sorry about going into this tangent. This is why I was expecting to take a little bit longer. But before I go into this, I do want to finish this. Infamous Second Son could be DC Universe Online type of game and can do so many different things. With that general thing, there could be so many different, like, go to your settings screen and that general I didn't make a video on this because I don't really want to, but Spider-Man 2, there's a new update that came out that has so many accessibility settings. I thought I had to burp, so I muted, but I did not have to. It has so many accessibility settings that is so amazing just for customizing your look, just for customizing what you're wanting to do and fully immersing yourself in the story. Like, I have 2 skins for Miles, or a skin for Miles, a skin for Peter, that I really like the idea of this being its own alternate universe where these 2 skins, sure, one's Spider-Punk, one's Spider-Man 2099, but they're still very good and surprisingly fit together. One's like old rock or old punk, one's the newer just techno, and it's like they're both music oriented and it's just fucking cool. But that general flow is what I love about it. These are the 2 suits that oddly go together, because that looks like the predator, or the teacher of this guy, where it goes rock and roll, just that entire, just Twisted Sister, AC/DC, just all of that rock and roll to techno and electronic type of music. It's just fucking cool. And something about that is the accessibility. You can do so many different things, and that super difference, or the difference in the super animation, how you can look around, I think should just be an accessibility thing. If you just want you see his face as he smiles and you go straight down, you can't look your camera around, you just go, that can be a thing. But the accessibility will just be camera movements. It won't actually change anything, and most definitely won't change like animation time. It's still the same animation, it's just your point of view. But I think that should just be a toggle on and off. Also, that is show I was playing Oxford if you didn't know that.
Yeah, who's this?
Delson Rowe, you don't know me, but I've been watching you.
Okay, that's not creepy at all.
You've started whispers going all the way back to Washington about Augustine and the need of the DUP.
That's great. Just one more step to making Augustine pay for what she did.
Not all of it's great. I want to help you.
Uh-huh. Help me do what, exactly?
I can help you take down the DUP from the inside. But you have to promise me you won't say anything to anyone. If the information I reveal to you gets out, I'm done. I won't even see the inside of a cell. You are the only one who can expose what Augustine's doing to conduits. You're the only one I trust to see this through to the end, no matter what.
All right. I'll play along for now. So what do you need?
I pushed a program to your phone. It'll guide you to my reports. Find them, hear my story, and keep fighting. Crap, I gotta go. Augustine is the most powerful conduit I've ever seen. And she's got all the DUP as her loyal lapdogs. The mission has always been to collect bioterrorists and keep the world safe. And she's done it so well that the government says they don't even need the DUP anymore. I gotta tell you, kid, I wouldn't want to be the government right now. Augustine is the DUP. Saying they don't need the DUP is saying they don't need Augustine. That's a bad idea. Worse, it's a powder keg just waiting for a spark. A spark like you.
I am very sparky. I was gonna say flamboyant in like flame, but I'm really not flamboyant in the and like flame because that is flame that does vaporize them, and buoyant as in I can basically fly. Flamboyant, trying to make it funny, but I didn't want to say that because it wasn't really in the typical context. It's not really it. And it's just wrong, and I am not flamboyant. For an example of little things I would want to change with this dash and other dashes like it, I do think that there should be a hold to dash. Like, for an example, this is kind of a spoiler, but because, like I did talk about, this is a series, please go watch the previous episodes. It's just like the differences is what these evil episodes are covering. The neon abilities have a dash that can have an upgrade called Infinite Dash that you can run infinitely, which allows you to run up walls, just do absolute crazy, just fast zoom type of movement and never stop, which is very good. I think all of them should have something like that, but it's not like you can run infinitely. Like, even without the upgrade, you're not running infinitely. You have to dash and then stop, dash and then stop, but you can do it just by holding the button, which will just make it so much easier. Because imagine, because if you didn't know, I'm spamming the button every single time, spamming the button. I should have led with that, because if you didn't know that, that entire conversation was just confusing. Okay, I did all of that. Now, do I have enough time? I should. Okay. If I don't, there will be a very short continuation of this video. Hopefully I get it done during all this. Little things like I am suggesting for a reboot, remaster of this game would make this game just an amazing movement shooter. And I know my first game is going to be movement shooter, but Infamous with the new like Infamous 2 was dabbling into it. Infamous Second Son fully delves into it, but is not fully polished. Is the only thing about Infamous Second Son that isn't really. Little things can make it a whole lot better, and a lot of things can make it even fucking better, which is why I want to make Infamous Second Son a DC Universe Online type of game, because that will make it absolutely a money printer in the best way to put it. It would be a game a lot of people want to play, which will be something that a lot of people want to play, so it's very good. And if it's a very good game, it'll be something worth playing, which is very good. Which is what I'm talking about, being a money printer for the company, because just doing that alone, you want to spend money on it if there's a little bit of microtransactions, and I do think that there should be a little bit, because I do think that there should be a constant updating, and I think the Infamous Second Son should be free, because Infamous Second Son was I think it was a buying PS4 gives it to you kind of thing, and you shouldn't have to pay for that again. But it should be something like that where you can actually, where you actually want to pay for it. But in a sense, like Destiny 2. But I think because they don't have because it wouldn't have a fuck ton of backlog of bonus content that they could just make for free-to-play audiences, what the Infamous Second Son should do, and I do think that there should be a little bit of reason to grind, different things like that, like you could get different, like, fine-tuning of abilities if you go down this little rabbit hole. Like, I don't think it should be quests, but, like, Infamous 2 delves into how straining your abilities can do different things, but it explains it in XP. XP you get by straining your abilities, doing different combos is straining your abilities to get different amounts of XP, which is why the XP system is a thing. It's straining your abilities to unlock new ones, that type of thing. That would allow you to have an amazing, like, delving deep into that and really delving deep into what a biological. In my head canon, something I want to talk about with Sucker Punch and Sony is the actual story, what race free energy is. I deduced it to just magic. Mana, literally just pure creative essence, which is why in Infamous 2 it looks so magical. Like that was the definition of magic rock. Just, if you look up a picture of, I think the best picture to look up is Infamous 2, and Infamous Second Son, Infamous 2, Wolf holding a blast core. That exact sentence should work beautifully for giving the exact picture of Magic Rock. Exact picture of that is what it is. And with that allows you to have abilities like fear and different things like that. Delving deep into that, you could do like different subclasses, like doing specific combos so many times, and it might not even tell you. Like your specific playstyle unlocks a specific thing because your specific combo you like doing. It's say you like doing the wave, because I do think Infamous Second Son should go back to the Infamous 2 style thing where there is more abilities when you aim. Like I do like the being able to just shoot and melee, but I think being able to do like a blast, like that key aspect being missing is very bad. Not bad, it's good in this game because there's not a fuck ton of projectiles being launched into every single fucking second. Infamous 2, it is actually pretty handy because you can just, no. So many projectiles, so many things, just, it's a safety button, basically. This doesn't really need it because your safety button is this. I get why they didn't do it, but that could add so much extra flavor. And I know this is kind of like it, and there is other abilities, like in Infamous, going down deeper, don't need to do that. That type of thing is something that could make it a very good time sink for players. And I do talk about this in the views of a player that wants to sink time into something. So, which is why I'm saying it's a money sink as a money printer as a good thing, not money sink, because it is not, you do not have to spend the money. It's something I do want to fully specify. A free-to-play game, you should not have to spend money on. You should not have to spend money on a free-to-play game at all. Not Infamous 2. Destiny 2 now is a perfect example. The starting campaign is fucking horrible because there isn't a starting campaign. But the the actual game is fucking beautiful because the amount of shit you can do. It doesn't explain it doesn't actually teach you a whole lot of shit, and as a player of Destiny, it doesn't really teach you a whole lot of shit regardless. Even through the campaigns, it just gave you the story, gave you the pieces of the puzzle, and let you put it together however you see fit, because this puzzle is a abstract thing. You're more painting it and putting it together how you want to. Like, every piece is Play-Doh. That's kind of what you're doing. Okay. Thinking about what I just said, that is actually a perfect explanation of how Destiny 2 build crafting is. It's Play-Doh. Like, trying to make a good painting with Play-Doh. Because you have a good chunk of this. You can't, like, I'm thinking that you have to take chunks of it. You can't, like, do little pieces here and there, like, actually fine-tune this shit. Like, you have to take a bucket. You can, like, cut it in half, maximum budget, take a bucket, cut in half, and go from there. Like I'm saying, with the small ones, you have to take a big one, but cut in half, you have those chunks to work with. You can't spread them up anymore, but besides that. That is actually how build crafting works. Like, to make a good picture. And I say a good picture in, like, actually has good color matching, good synergy, good flow. All of that is something a good build has. You can make a build like a Picasso painting. I think those are not Picasso. Are the ones that are very abstract, where it is a face, but barely. Those paintings. You can make a build like that. But those builds are just for looks. They're not really good. They're abstract. They can do, possibly, like, if you do make it functional in that sense, you could do so many different things, but you're not really doing one thing. You're doing all these different things, just not as well as you could do one by finely tuning it. And that is something very amazing. And I do know that how I'm explaining these is that was just random go for that painting, but it wasn't actually. That painting was very logical. I am guessing he poured heart and soul into it. But without talking to him directly, I can only interpret it, and that is putting myself onto it. To actually know what it is, you can only talk to the painter themselves, which is a very interesting thing. And I bet I can look it up, but I've talked about this previously. Google is just not something I want to do because, yeah. Or I do want to explain that a little bit more. Different things I know for a fact, because different things I know for a fact, I don't want to delve deeper into it, have been just completely wrong for Google, even though I could prove it, different things like that. Google is just wrong a lot of the time, and I just don't like looking anything up on it. I would rather talk to my friend that might not know anything about it, and give a possible understanding, possible, like, educated guess, or have an extra person to bounce off of, and be absolutely wrong, then go to Google, because at least that's my friend. I can say, hey, he told me, I agree with him, it's on both of us, but he told me. Or she told me, that general thing. I prefer that than Google told me. That's just not, it's just not how I like it. Why am I not shooting? Down we go. Shit. Okay. Well, I am glad I was around that corner by an inch. Oh, fuck you. Vodka, fuck you. Did that kill him? I did not get the XP. Oh, but it did kill him. Cool. Yo. Oh, shit, I do not have another rocket. Thank you for not shooting. For expert, this is not really punishing. Okay. That's... Thinking at it from a typical, like, DUP agent, they don't have to worry about actually dying. They don't. Every conduit is just just instantly, boom, they're gone. Fuck, I have 5 minutes. I need to get this done instantly. I'm gonna try and talk and play games. I should not do that, but I've been doing this the entire video. Hopefully I don't fuck up. Yo. What was I talking about? I forgot what I was talking about. I don't know if you noticed what I just did there. With the comet drop, you can actually, or not comet drop, that is just the super, I forget exactly what it's called. But with that, you can do so many precise comet drops, or whatever it's called, to annihilate an entire horde that you wouldn't be able to otherwise. And I say horde to make it simple, PvE terminology and that general thing. Talking about the DC Universe Online type of thing, or going back to that a little bit. The PvP, because I do think every good free-to-play game needs PvP to have that good double dipping in player base, because you need a PvP player base, PvE player base to make a good long-term game, unless you're wanting a very niche type of thing, like Deep Rock Galactic. That is a unique game that is just... It is beautiful in every way you want to play it, any way you want to play it. There is a way you want to play it. You can play it. It is better in Destiny 2 in that opinion, in that way, but holy fuck. Like, I was just playing it if you want to just be a dwarf in space. And that is literally the best description. Sci-fi dwarfs. That is exactly what you're getting into when you actually do download it and play it. If you do, when you do, hopefully you do, because it's just fucking gorgeous. Sorry about that. That is just a game... that is unique as fuck. I'm gonna say something. Shit. I'm gonna quickly absorb all the blast shards and then gonna do my outro. Hopefully quickly. Thought there was a boy over there. And they both just left. Hopefully I can absorb you, motherfucker! And I'm going up. Okay. Hopefully I can absorb this. Okay. I hope y'all enjoyed the video, or just because I have a whole lot, I am actually, since I do have a little bit, I'm only level 2, so I have 2 levels to go, or kind of 1 to get that, so I can't get that. Don't need that. Nothing else I can really get there. That costs 3. I'm just going to spam out some upgrades. There we go. And start saving it as I do my outro. I hope y'all enjoy the video, and I'll catch y'all in the next one.